Robert is a handmade doll. He is 40 inches tall and stuffed with wood wool. He is dressed in a sailor suit. He served as inspiration for the creepy Chucky doll in the Chucky horror movie series. Robert Eugene Otto was given a doll by a family servant. According to the legend, the Bohemian servant practiced black magic, voodoo, and she did not like the Otto family. Some believe she cursed the doll before giving it to the little boy. They think she conjured an evil entity that attached itself to the doll. Gene named the doll Robert, and the boy and his doll became inseparable. Gene carried Robert the doll everywhere, the way kids do with beloved stuffed animals or dolls. His parents often heard Gene talking with someone in his bedroom. They heard two distinctly different voices. Thinking that Gene had a friend in his room, they went to check on the boys. Each time they found only Gene and Robert. In time, they came to believe that the other voice they heard that they did not recognize was Robert's. Strange as it sounds, they thought the doll was conversing with their son. In what has now become a famous Key West saying and postcard greetings, the parents often heard their son saying, "Robert did it." This was the reaction they got from their son when they reprimanded him for bad behavior. When they found a vase smashed, furniture knocked over, or items scattered across their room, they blamed their son. There was no other logical explanation unless you believe Robert did it. Neighbors wouldn't doubt Robert did it. They reported seeing the doll move from window to window when the family was out. Neighbors aren't the only witnesses. Over the years, many others claimed to have seen the doll move. A plumber once noticed the doll as he entered the house. While he was working, he heard giggling behind him. Assuming it was a child, he turned around to give him a greeting. Imagine his surprise to discover the only thing in the room besides him was the doll that he had seen in the other room. It had seemingly transported itself across the house. Visitors often reported a strange feeling when near the doll. They couldn't explain themselves except to say they felt the doll was watching them, perhaps trying to communicate with them or get their attention. Some even swore the doll's stoic facial expression changed. Gene Otto lived in the house with Robert the doll until his death in 1974. Myrtle Reuter bought the house and discovered the doll in the attic. Thinking it was cute, she put it in one of the bedrooms, but she kept discovering the doll in different places than where she had left it. This happened many times. She never saw the doll move, but she made a note of where she simply left it only to discover it on another floor of the house. She also heard footsteps overhead at times when no one else was in the house. She also heard giggling on occasion. Myrtle was understandably freaked out by the unexplainable noises and doll movement. Ultimately, she donated Robert the doll to the East Martello Museum. Coincidentally, Gene Otto had designed the museum, where Robert the doll now resides. Since the doll took up residence in the museum, the staff have felt a definitive shift in energy. For lack of a better way to explain it, the vibe changed inside the museum. Visitors have also reported strange encounters with the doll. Cameras often malfunction and museum lights now flicker. Many visitors have experienced a series of unfortunate incidents in their lives after photographing the doll without permission. Letters arrived throughout the year from visitors begging Robert for forgiveness and apologizing for any disrespectful behavior on their part. So if you visit Robert the doll, it might be best to ask permission before photographing him. To be on the safe side, it might be best not to take any photos or do anything else that might be construed as disrespectful.